Are you looking for 15 amazing things to do in Lahore, Pakistan? Known as an area of energy, culture, and adventure, those splendid activities in Lahore are a should on your journey itinerary whilst touring one in all Pakistan's maximum famous traveler destinations. Lahore boasts wonderful architecture, sweeping beauty, and wealthy records. It is likewise domestic to Pakistan's movie industry, and it's miles famed for its instructional institutes. Together, let's take a more in-depth study that should see reviews on this particular Pakistani city. Here are 15 stuff you virtually should do whilst in Lahore, as endorsed with the aid of using a nearby writer. Here is the list of 15 amazing things to do in Lahore, Pakistan. 1. Witness history at Fakir Khana Museum. Fakir Khana Museum is one in all the largest personal museums in South Asia. The term Fakir Khana means the house of the humble ones. Open to the general public seeing that 1901, its miles run with the aid of using the Fakir-owned circle of relatives who have been wazirs of Maharaja Ranjit Singh. The museum is domestic to over 20,000 historical artifacts, courting again as a ways because the 18th century. It holds items from Queen Victoria and Maharaja Ranjit Singh. The museum boasts more than one halls, which constitute the elite reciting requirements of the then rulers of Punjab. Masterpieces of the Mughal era, photos of the antique rulers and Buddhist civilizations are saved within inside the stunning halls of Fakir Khana Museum. Calligraphy, handwritten scriptures of the Quran, Persian carpets, and sculptures of the Maharaja may be located right here as properly. Visiting Khana Museum is sincerely particular and joy that well-known shows how various the location of Punjab is. If you're touring, make sure to make an appointment because the museum isn't always open to the general public. 2. Flag lowering at Wagah border. The Wagah Atari border crossing is well known for its everyday flag decreasing ceremony. Men from the Pakistan Rangers and India's border security force parade in a display of ultra machismo. Expect boot thumping and loud shouting pumping up the crowds from each sides. If you're touring from the Pakistani aspect, you may enjoy lively crowds chanting Pakistan Zindabad, even as from the Indian aspect the crowds chant Jai Hind. The crowds again their guys and supply out thunderous applauses to outdo every difference aspect. There is masses of patriotism and contention on the border. The small parade is as it should be choreographed, with extremely constructed guys marching and kicking as excessive as they can, stomping the floor like they're approximately to crack open the earth. As the solar sets, each event synchronize the decreasing of the flags and supply every different a handshake in a display of mutual admire and cooperation. 3. Relive the glory of Pakistan at the Army Museum. The Army Museum in Lahore is a newly constructed museum that showcases the country's inception, culture, heritage, and its combat toward stability. Spanning a massive location, the museum hosts numerous decommissioned helicopters, tanks, and warplanes. The museum has fantastically curated statues of the heroes of Pakistan. Moving down the gallery, there may be a memorial wall paying tribute to greater than 1,000 servicemen who sacrificed their lives for the country. On getting into the one-of-a-kind galleries, you could see life-size statues of elephants and horses with their riders. Portrayals of widespread activities are recreated within inside the museum, taking you through the records of Pakistan. The museum now no longer handiest indicates the wars and battles fought with the aid of using the country. However, it additionally represents every province, its people, and the minorities of Pakistan who stood corporation at some point of the tough instances of the country. 4. Shalimar Bagh. The Emperor's Garden, higher referred to as the Shalimar Bagh, is a masterpiece of the Mughal civilization, created at some point of the reign of the 5th Emperor Shah Jahan. It sits on a widespread 40 acres, filled with stunning inexperienced gardens, fruit orchards, massive decorative ponds, wonderful Mughal architecture, and over 400 fountains. It's miles the precise spot for our own circle of relatives picnic. It is stated that Shah Jahan desired to recreate the Kashmir Gardens in Lahore, so he created the Shalimar Bagh. Initially, it turned into special to the royal-owned circle of relatives and its visitors' handiest. The lawn is split into 3 stages of descending terraces, with every assigned and critical role. The first terrace turned into use to deal with the overall public, the second one turned into reserved for the personal audience, and the ultimate terrace turned into special to the royal-owned circle of relatives. The lawn has been properly saved ever seeing that, and is one of the maximum visited traveler websites in Lahore. If you're making plans to go to, try and go to with inside the morning whilst it isn't always so crowded. Tickets to go into are extraordinarily cheap, and the view is priceless. 5. Data Darbar. Ali bin Usman Hajri, higher referred to as Data Ganj Baksh, turned into a well-known Sufi mystic with inside the 11th century. To nowadays he's referred to as an image of tolerance, peace, and love. The shrine of the customer saint of Lahore isn't always to be missed. The non-secular air of secrecy of the Data Darbar shrine draws lots of devotees each year. People of every age come and pray for his or her wishes. There is a every year birthday party referred to as the Urs, wherein hordes of devotees come to pay homage to the saint. If you go to at the day of the Urs, or any unique Islamic occasion, there may be a hazard you could trap a Qawwali or a Sufi camel on the shrine. 6. Urdu Bazaar. The Urdu Bazaar is one of the oldest e-book markets in Pakistan. Dating again to the Mughal Empire, the Urdu Bazaar is the go-to vicinity for e-book worms. It hosts a widespread series of novels, books, guides, maps, travelogues, and literature. The marketplace gives an extensive variety of books in Arabic, English, and Urdu, with the most inexpensive fees you could imagine. It isn't always an excessive profile marketplace, however it holds top-notch importance in Lahore. Books from this bazaar are ordered from everywhere in the country. The vicinity is a touch quick of space, with crowded stores and small streets. The marketplace is wedged between fruitwallas and chaiwallas. When you're achieved shopping for your favorite books, visit the Meals Road close by and revel in a few chai with the locals. 7. Anarkali. The Anarkali Bazaar is known as after Anarkali, a slave who had an infamous love affair with Salim, the son of Emperor Akbar. Legend has it that the emperor had Anarkali immured in a wall for this illicit relationship. It is pretty the story, however luckily primarily based totally on fiction. The marketplace but is a shopaholic's dream, overflowing with meals and people it's miles a should go to in case you need to enjoy the genuine essence of Lahores. The marketplace is segregated into parts, Old Anarkali and New Anarkali. Old Anarkali is for the foodies and New Anarkali is for the fashionistas, particularly in case you're searching to shop for conventional Pakistani dresses. That is your go-to vicinity. 8. Alam Road. Alam is the vicinity to move in case you need to enjoy the city aspect of Lahore. The upscale location is one of the busiest industrial hubs with inside the city covered wine with excessive stop retail shops and nice dining. You will discover all of your favorite garb and style manufacturers right here. If you need to take a destroy from traveling Lahore, go to the vicinity and kick back at your favorite cafes for a cup of coffee. There are all varieties of cuisines available, from Italian and Turkish to continental and desi. You discover the whole lot at Alam Road. 9. Purist Cafe. Purist Cafe is a completely unique current cafe positioned within inside the outskirts of Lahore. The cafe gives each out of doors and indoor dining, with every location embellished with a current cultural vibe. The primary points of interest of Purist Cafe are the Puppet Museum and the stay Qawwali periods that take place at the weekend. You can watch puppet indicates on a Sunday, listen to ghazal on Thursday, and trap a Qawwali on Saturday. The cafe receives even cozier with inside the winters whilst you could revel in stay music, meals, or even a bonfire. 10. Lahore Fort. Lahore Fort is but every other masterpiece of Mughal architecture, made at some point of the reign of Emperor Shah Jahan. It showcases the grandeur of the Mughal Empire. The citadel is crafted from marble palaces and embellished with mosaics and gilt. The citadel has been destroyed, rebuilt, demolished, and restored numerous instances. Over the years, one-of-a-kind rulers changed it with the aid of using their requirements, and the super-mega celebrity appeal of Lahore is properly saved with the aid of using the authorities. There are small museums with inside the citadel with a fingers gallery showcasing ancient weapons, uncommon oil paintings, and antique manuscripts used with inside the Mughal era.